We are excited because this is a little bit of a first for us. It's an install video, but this is our first video I can say that is actually truly sponsored by a company. And I'm super excited because it's a brand new exhaust for our bike here, which is our 2020 Challenger, and it's sitting right back there. As I alluded to our previous video, I told you all that we were going to throw the bikes on the dyno because a well-known company gave us the privilege of sponsoring this video so that way we could do a dyno run and show you guys the install process of it, what the bike made with the exhaust before the exhaust. So without further ado, that company is Toast Performance. They sent us a full exhaust for our 2020 Challenger. And let me go over what we have done to the bike. So as of right now, this bike has the snorkel deleted, has a Canon air filter, a 2-in-1 exhaust, which I'm fairly certain this is the Bassani 2-in-1. This is like the first runs of them. I got this exhaust right after I bought the bike, so 2020. And the bike has a Hoonies tune. And that's it. My bike doesn't have cams. It doesn't have anything else. So like we showed you in the past video, we put both of the bikes on the dyno. Bill's bike, which is our other shop bike, bone stock bike. I think he had some cheap, I think he told us cheap Amazon slip-ons from the previous customer. No tune, no nothing. And then our shop bike, what I just told you has been on it is what is on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and tear all of this off. We're going to start by taking this exhaust off. We'll take the bags off because if you're not familiar, the way Toast does their exhaust, they send you this awesome billet subframe if you choose to go with this. And this is how they mount their bags, and then the exhaust on the brake side. And then for the clutch side, you get this cool new bracket that stays nice and low and should be nice and sleek. So I'm gonna go ahead, let's get this exhaust off and get the bags off. That way we can start putting this beautiful brand new Toast Performance 2-in-1 exhaust. As you saw from the time lapse, the exhaust is completely removed. We stripped the bike down and got the complete exhaust. Like I said, it was just a 2-in-1 from Bassani. I also took the seat off in preparation for unbolting the rear fender. I'm not going to completely remove my fender. I'm going to unbolt it and move it up and forward because my wiring for my CMP light bracket runs through there, and I'd have to... No, actually, yeah, we may pull the whole fender off. Get a better view of that subframe. We'll put that on, then we'll bolt the full exhaust on, and then get the other bag bracket put on there and get this back and running. Don't go starting your bike without an exhaust on an open header because the Challengers with an exhaust sound amazing. Without an exhaust, it kind of just sounds like a bubble machine or a wet fart. So don't do it. Maybe I'll drop the clip in here now.
Oh, shoot.
Ready?
Yeah.
sounded like crap. So don't do it, kids. We tried it, sounds horrible. So let's go ahead and get this exhaust finished up. We got the rear fender off. Like I said, my license plate bracket, the wiring goes through it to the front, because I just got these little, I think they're karaoke lights with the lighted license plate there. So let's go ahead and continue this. We'll get the subframe replaced, which is just these 2 bolts on each side. We'll transfer this bolt over, and we should be able to drop the fender right back on it. The subframe is completely rebolted up. I mean, really not much to say about it. It looks really nice, well built. I'm not going to sit here and bore you on what weight savings there is in it. I didn't buy it for the weight savings. I just thought it looked really cool. That's why I wanted it, in all seriousness. So really nice, sturdy. That's some really nice billet aluminum right there. I'm sure there is a weight savings, but again, I'm not that concerned with it. I just wanted it to be the full kit. So let's get the rest of this done, and see how it sounds. Exhaust is on. I know we just did a lot of time lapse. A couple of things I want to touch on. So you saw me take the fender back off and mess with the subframe for 2 reasons. One, I tried cutting corners the first time and did not run the bolts and the threads with the tap and die. I always like to do that because Indian puts a lot of thread sealer on certain things. So I wanted to go back and do that. And then also, I would highly recommend when you do this, loosely put the subframe on in the back, put everything together, then tighten it up at the end, so that way everything's there. I had adjusted it just a little incorrectly on this side, so the bag support bracket in the rear right here wasn't lining up 100%. So instead of forcing it, I just went ahead and loosened everything back up, bolted everything together, and went ahead and did it. So a couple of things. Make sure when you're tightening up the head pipes, the bolts there, I kind of just go front, back. I kind of do a little bit of each, all 4, and I rotate around. So that way, hopefully they all suck in about the same time. You're never going to get them 100% like at the same time, but just do a little bit at each time before cranking them down. So they provide all the hardware. For the floorboard, you're going to get 2 little like thick billet washers. They're black. That's to space out this floorboard just a skosh. Other than that, I went ahead of time and I put the 2 provided exhaust springs right here on ahead of time. That way it was easier. And then after I got the exhaust bolted on the muffler, I went ahead and put this exhaust spring on. I'm gonna wait to adjust this until I start it up, as I wanted to let y'all hear the first startup. And then I'm gonna get the bags on, adjust this mount a little bit, and then we're gonna get it, put it together, and go take it for a ride tonight. All right, first start. Y'all are gonna hear it for the first time with me. Again, I know Riding Fish has touched on this. The phones never do exhaust justice. And by all means, I was happy with my last exhaust. It just, after 3 years, you kind of want something different. And from what I've been seeing, Toast has made a killer product from the build quality and everything. So I was like, why not give it a shot? So we reached out to them and they hooked us up. So let's go ahead, prime it up. Let's see how it sounds. Sounds good, but the bike was struggling for a minute. We've got some battery issues, but I don't hear any leaks. Sounds good. We're not gonna crank on it right now. What we'll do is tomorrow I'll get the camera and we'll do some cold starts and some running it. So let me get this put back together. I'm gonna run it tonight, and then tomorrow I will get back with y'all and let you know how it sounds. That's gonna wrap it up for the night. I'm gonna go ahead and show you this, as I think this exhaust looks absolutely gorgeous. What I want to do is we're gonna make some fine-tune or adjustments to the bag mounts, but it's not 100% where I want it, so we're gonna tweak that. So let me show it to you, then we're gonna take it out tonight, enjoy it, and then we'll get you some more footage of it running. I have to say the fit and finish of the exhaust is so darn good. If you're contemplating this exhaust, I'll tell you right now, it looks even better in person than it does online. Then their awesome bag bracket for the clutch side, which has been a controversial thing for a lot of people. So let's go ahead and get this bike out there and enjoy it. So we have the exhaust on here, like I've already told you, watch the whole process. So now we're gonna start it up. It's not gonna really be a cold start. We wrote it in this morning. So I'll let you listen to it when we start it up, a little bit of an idle. Then we're gonna hit nice, beautiful 15th Street that's a little busy. You'll rip down the road, come back, and then I'll let you hear it that way too. So let's go. I'm getting them. Well, that is a very short and quick little run on it. So wanted to at least get you something so that way you can hear how it sounds when you start it up, rip down the street, and then pretty aggressive on the downshift as well. So like I said, when it comes to videos, it's hard to be able to hear what it truly sounds like. It's never usually the same. So my personal opinion, I love the way the exhaust sounds. It's got that nice aggressive sound when you're on it. Pretty mellow when you're just cruising or just at idle, so absolutely love it. But now it is time to discuss the dyno results that we had from our previous video. So I'm gonna go inside and we're gonna talk about that. It has been long awaiting, and my apologies for that. This video took longer for us to bring out to y'all because we had Daytona, we had some other stuff that we were trying to get ready. So first off, my apologies for taking so long in this video. But what I have here are the dyno results. The one thing I want to say first is that one, I am not by any means a tuner. I am not a performance bike builder. We simply did this because we just wanted to run it on our dyno before the exhaust, after the exhaust, and then also bone stock as much as possible as we could to the big bore kit. I also want to preface that there are multiple different dynos, and different dynos will read different numbers. So I'm not making this video to be like, hey, these are the end all be all numbers, because I already know we're going to get comments. Well, this dyno says this dyno says this, and 100% correct. So let's first talk about the two dyno numbers that we got. So for the base model Challenger, which is Bill's bike and our other shop bike, simply had a pair of slip-ons, nothing else, no tune. I'm pretty sure still had the cat and everything. The dyno numbers for that bike that we saw are 100 horsepower and 117 foot-pounds of torque, which you can see on the graph right now. And then for my bike, which is the shop bike, it's what we started the business with, again, had the snorkel removed, the stage 2 intake on the side, 2-in-1 exhaust from Bassani, which I told you is one of their original exhausts that they came out with, and then a Hoonies tune, which was one of their original tunes that they did. And my bike put down 109, 118, and you can see that graph here. So those are the numbers that we saw on our dyno. And again, ours is a Dyno Jet here. I don't know how long my buddy has owned the Dyno Jet. I know they've updated the software frequently. I don't know too much when it comes to the nitty-gritties of dynos and tuning and all of that. I rely on the professionals, just as I appreciate when people rely on me for the audio side of things as well. So those are the numbers that we got with our bikes here in the shop. And like I said, those were back-to-back polls. And I put it out there. Hey, you guys guess, and the closest ones to it, to each bike, we will throw y'all a little, what I'm going to call a swag bag and a gift card in there for you guys for participating in it. I always appreciate, and I want to give back to y'all for the support and love you've shown us here at Davidson Audio, especially YouTube. So the closest two that we had were Kyle Close 3499. Pretty awesome name, you were pretty close. And Ranger-498. You two were the closest to those numbers. You were within a couple of points above or below both of those numbers. So please, both of you, reach out to me so that way we can get your information, and we're going to get that nice little swag bag sent out to both of you. And that's going to wrap up this video. But there's going to be a follow-up video. Yes, there is going to be a third. I'm going to try my best to have it out next weekend, but it's going to dictate on the guy's schedule here as far as dyno tunes are concerned, or dyno polls. So I'm going to get with them today and we will get that scheduled. But I'm going to do a little bit additional to that video. That video is not going to be just the dyno runs. Because my bike, the only thing that changed was I got an updated tune from Hoonies and the Toast full length 2-in-1, as you saw in the video. Now the other shop bike, which is Bill's, we added quite a bit. He got stage 2 Indian cams, the big bore kit, and a couple of other things on the 2-in-1, Toast exhaust, but big bore exhaust, and Hoonies tuned it, everything for him. So that bike has had a major transformation. So we're going to run this again, because in the follow-up video, we're going to put the bikes on the dyno, we're going to show you all the numbers, and I want you all to guess what we put down on the dyno. So we're going to do it this way. Comment 2020 Challenger, which is mine, it's the white one, like I told you. Toast 2-in-1, snorkel removed, tune, stage 2, intake on the side, that's it. 2021, which is Bill's bike, it's the black base model, big bore kit, stage 2 cams, Toast big bore exhaust, and there's a couple of other things done to it. So comment on there, and I want y'all to try to get as close to it, but below those numbers. So this next round, if you're above the numbers, you're out. We're gonna play Jeopardy, you know, Price is Right, whatever it is. You need to be below it. So please drop those comments in this video, because we're gonna drop the video hopefully next week. If not, it'll be 2 weeks, like I said, depending on their schedule. But I'm also gonna get Brian from Hooney's Garage. I've got him to agree to do a video with me to insert in that video, because he does the tuning for Hooney's. And I wanna get his perspective. I want him to share his knowledge with you all on what you should be looking for at a dyno, what the dyno does, why it's important, and also why you'll see a variation, and then also why you shouldn't take one dyno versus the other as gospel and, you know, the end all be all. So we're gonna put that in the video. And again, the 2 closest, I will be sending out another swag pack and a gift card to those 2 lucky winners as well. Like I said, just trying to give back to you all for supporting us. So with that being said, I'm Brandon with Davidson Audio, located here in beautiful Panama City, Florida. And if you are looking for the best aftermarket audio solution for your Indian motorcycle, make sure you give us a call and we'll take care of you.